Today I'm gonna take these Ikea shelf parts and turn them into a solid, hopefully nice looking shelf. These systems are pretty simple. They're consistent of these side parts. There are holes and you put in pins like this, and then you can attach a board with these pins. So I already tried this several years back. I had a hand saw, some stain and oil. What I did, I filled up these side parts and stained the whole thing in oil. It was still modular, so you can take it apart, but also it was not well built. So I will take these parts and build a new shelf from them. So what I have to do now is, since I will keep the paneling filling here, I have to sand these here flush, because well, this had no sander at that time, I just had this wood. And also I want to remove these parts here and replace them with something which is cut to size, because I think it would look better from the inside. Right, so I cleaned up all the side parts, sanded these wood parts flush, cut the length to size, and then I put up the two boards into the shelf temporarily so that I can measure out the distance between the side parts, because I have to add now basic stretchers here. I have these boards here lying around, but they are half a centimeter too short, so I cut these filler parts so that I can use these stretchers here like this. So I will put these in on the top and in the bottom, and then we will continue putting the backboard in. And basically, when I then added the top part here and the bottom shelf part, that's enough structural support for the whole shelf. Okay, so the bottom part was easy, it's just the shelf part which I glued in. But for the top part I'm missing actually a wood piece which is long enough. So I'll have to put two scrap pieces together. So I cleaned up these boards here and I will glue them together, and on the side, because the width is not enough, I will add these scrap wood parts. Normally this wouldn't be a strong glue joint, but here on top the whole board will be supported on the side parts on both sides, so it will be strong enough. So while this is drying, I will route the rabbet for the backboard of the shelf. Off camera I cut the back part to size. It's from an old cabinet which was broken, so I'm quite happy that I can reuse that. And then I also cut these trims from my old desk, and these will be attached on the top and on the bottom. I already started here at the top, and now we continue with the bottom and put in the backboard. So as you can see here, there's a gap here. So I used a scrap piece, cut it to size, and put it in. So I've added these trims here on the top and on the bottom, and now there's one last thing to do, and that is basically these boards here. Since I added the back part in, are now too wide, so basically if I want to fit it in, they don't fit. So I took off a few centimeters on the back side, and now they fit in again. But I think I will add something to the front here to make it more interesting, and that is, first I will also remove a little bit wood here, about 1 centimeter, so that they are offset behind the front of the bookshelf, and then I will round the profile here to the front. Alright, so at the moment this bookshelf is looking quite patchy because you have this new wood, unfinished wood, and you have here these parts where I've applied the wood finish, so it's stained and it's oiled. It's actually a big problem because of course I could just simply paint the whole bookshelf, that would work, but I want to stain it and oil it, so I want this look. But I have these areas like here where it's partially sanded off, and the challenge now is to apply the stain in a way that it's even, so the old parts look like the new parts. So what I will do is I will use a burner, and especially in the transition areas I will burn the wood. The burner will remove basically the surface area where it's oiled, so basically reopen the grain, and then I can restain it and oil it.